This is the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida, home of the Dolphins, one of the most improved teams in football. Don Shula's young club has won 5 straight games and has established itself as a power in the NFL. The Dolphins have talent aplenty, and while everyone knows about their offensive stars, Greasy, Warfield, Zonka, Kick-It-All, the Miami defense has been the big story. Their names aren't well known, but only the Vikings and Colts have given up less points. In fact, before last Sunday, the most points given up by the Dolphins in a single game was merely 14. Last Sunday, as over 66,000 Florida fans flocked to see their heroes, Miami needed all their talents because they faced the surging Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rick Weaver back at the Orange Bowl. Ready to go. Here's the whistle as Garrow comes forward with the wind behind him. He toes it deep into the end zone. There will be no run back as a fumble is made. Brumfield pounces on the ball and downs it for the touchback. The Steelers will bring it out, put in play at their 20-yard line. We'll set them for you offensively. Dave Smith and Ron Shanklin will be the wide receivers. Bob Adams, the tight end. Terry Bradshaw, the quarterback. Preston Pearson and John Fuqua will be the running backs. The interior line, John Kolb and John Brown at the tackles. Sam Davis and Bruce Van Dyke at the guards. Ray Mansfield at the center. Steelers ball from their 20-yard line. Here's the handoff to Pearson. Pounds the middle and gets to about the 23-yard line before he is covered by aqua jerseys. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Tackle on the play by Bob Hines and Manny Fernandez, the 2 interior linemen for the Dolphins. Setting the defense for you for the Dolphins, Jim Riley and Bill Stansfill are the ends. Manny Fernandez, Bob Hines, the tackles. Doug Swift, Nick Bonaconti, Jesse Powell, the linebackers. The quarterbacks are Tim Foley and Curtis Johnson. The safeties are Jake Scott and Dick Anderson. 2nd down and 7. Steelers football at their 23-yard line. Bradshaw, as you recall, playing with his bad ankle. He has yet to throw. Here's the handoff to Fuqua. He tries to circle the left end, and he's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Fine defensive move by Jesse Powell, the right side linebacker for the Dolphins. No gain. It'll be a 3rd and 7.
The Dolphins are trying to confuse Bradshaw. They've done this with young quarterbacks, and Bonaconti has these linebackers stunting and faking, and they're trying to fake blitz. And that time, Bradshaw, obviously, it appears from here, changed the play at the line of scrimmage, and the handoff was not too expertly done. And the Dolphins are trying to confuse them. So far, doing well.
Smith splits off the left side, and Shanklin comes to the near side of the field. We've got Pearson set as a slot man to the left. 3rd and 7. Here's Bradshaw back to throw his first pass. He sets, rips one. It is deflected in the air, picked off by Jake Scott. The Dolphins have the football at the Steelers' 45 as he fell to the ground immediately. That ball was intended for Dave Smith, the wide receiver from the left. He came down, cut it in the middle. But the Dolphins linebackers dropping back deflected the ball in the air. Jake Scott, the free safety, grabbed it on the interception, fell to the ground immediately at the Dolphins at the Steelers' 45-yard line. So that's for Jake on the season is his 4th interception. George Myra is the quarterback. Warfield splits left, 20 to the far side. Morris and Zonka are the split backs. Now Morris comes as a slot man to the left side. Dolphins first down at the Steeler 45. Here's a handoff to Zonka. Big hole in the middle. Inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Booms Larry Zonka. 7-yard pickup on the play. Dwight White, the defensive right end, makes the stop for Pittsburgh. Setting the Steelers for you defensively, the ends are L.C. Greenwood and Dwight White. The tackles, Mean Joe Green and Ben McGee. The linebackers left to right are Jack Ham, Chuck Allen, Andy Russell. The cornerbacks, John Rouser, Mel Blount. And the safeties are O.C. Austin and Mike Wagner. It's a 2nd down and 3. Dolphins ball at the Steeler 38-yard line. Myra hands to Morris. The sweep to the right. He cuts outside, gets the corner turn. He's got the first down, and he steps out of bounds at the 35. He may have the first down. He stepped out a little bit before he got to the 35, maybe a foot or so on the Dolphins side of the Steeler 35-yard line. He didn't make it. They didn't even bother for a measurement. The 2 tight ends are in, Mandich and Fleming, and Chick is in for the first time in a couple of weeks. They set the short yardage offense with Warfield as a wingman right. The ball just outside the Steeler 35 on 3rd down. Somebody jumps from the Steelers. Contact is made. The handoff goes to Zonka trying to get around the left side. He does. He picks up the first down, but there'll be flags down all over the place. Offsides on the defense. So the Dolphins will pick up a first down regardless. Setting the offense for you for the Dolphins, George Myra starting at quarterback. Mercury Morris and Larry Zonka are the running backs. The wide receivers are Paul Warfield and Howard Twilley. The tight end, Jim Mandich. The tackles are Doug Crusan and Norm Evans. The guards, Bob Kuchenberg and Larry Little. And the center is Bob DeMarco. The Dolphins take the option of the 5-yard penalty against the Steelers, and that gives them a first down at the Pittsburgh 30-yard line. Myra sets his ball club, barks the signals up under center. Long count at the line of scrimmage, fakes the handoff, hands to Morris, and he is thrown for a loss. He fakes to Zonka and handed to Morris, coming off the quarterback's right side, and Mercury is dumped back at the 34-yard line by middle linebacker Chuck Allen, an 11-year veteran from Washington. Second down, 14 at the Steeler 34-yard line. Warfield splits left, Twilley to the far side. Steelers jump again. Here's the handoff to Zonka. Bounces off tacklers and gets about a yard to the 33-yard line. Going straight ahead, Chuck Allen, the middle linebacker, makes the stop again. But there's a flag down on the far side of the field. Offsides against the Pittsburgh Steelers is the indication from referee Bob Frederick. Both tackles and the right end jump. All right, it'll be a second down and 8. The ball now just outside the Steeler 28-yard line. Myra perhaps giving them a staggered cadence at the line of scrimmage, as Greasy is so adept at doing. Twilley splits to the right, and Warfield to the near side. Second down and 8. Dolphins ball at the Steeler 28-yard line. Morris and Zonka, the split backs behind Myra. George back to throw his first pass, goes for Warfield. He can't hold it. He threw it a little bit behind him, and Paul had to turn around on the run on a pattern for the near sideline at about the 22, and he juggled the ball, couldn't hold on to it. It's incomplete. Third and 8 from the Steeler 28-yard line. Dolphins moving from our right to our left. Myra drops back to throw. Sets up, being rushed now, and he's going to have to eat the ball for a loss. Back at about the 35-yard line, Ben McGee. Right side defensive tackle, playing in place of Lloyd Voss, an 8-year veteran from Jackson State, in on the stop. So Garo Yepremian's field goal team comes in. They put the ball down at about the 37, and this will be about a 44-yard attempt. Noonan will hold. They'll set it down at the 43. Be a 43-yard attempt. Garo on the season has 19 for 27, his longest 48 yards. He is the NFL's leading scorer with 77 points. Snap set down, the kick is up, he's got the distance. It is perfect. And the Dolphins take the lead with 11 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. There's a timeout on the field with the score are Dolphins 3 and the Steelers nothing.
If you like round numbers, Garo Yepremian now has 20 field goals, 20 extra points, 80 points. Rick?
He will kick off the deep man this time. A singleton back there is Mel Blount, number 47, a quarterback. He kicks it high and deep again with the wind behind him. Way back and out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Steelers will start again from their 20-yard line. Third down and 5. Steelers ball at their 25. Split left to the far side is Smith. Shanklin to the near side. Here's the swing pass to Fuqua. He's at the 30-yard line across the 30 and is nailed at the 32. He picks up a first down. The tackle's on the play. Bonaconte hit him first from his middle linebacker spot along with Manny Fernandez. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Steelers ball from their 36-yard line. You people listening with transistors in the stands, do us a favor next week and everybody bring a white handkerchief. We have a little contest, a little surprise for you. Bring a white handkerchief with you for the Colts game next week. Smith splits left, Shanklin to the near side. Third down and about 5.5. Steelers at their 36. Bradshaw back to throw, gets a rush. He completes the pass at the 40-yard line and knocked down at the 45 is the tight end Bob Adams. It'll be second down and 6. Here is Bradshaw, quick count, drops back to throw, has time, swings one out, caught by Fuqua at the 50, down to the 45, down to the 40, knocked down at the 43-yard line. In Dolphin territory, John Fuqua, the tackle by Bonaconte and Foley for Miami. And Bradshaw's got his ball club moving now, mixing his plays well. That's good for another first down. As Fuqua picks up the first down on the pass completion from Bradshaw to the, let's check it, I think I said the 43. It's actually the 38-yard line in Dolphins territory. Third down at about 2. Steelers at the Dolphins 30. 6 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Dolphins drew first blood on a 43-yard field goal by Garo Yepremian. On the snap, Bradshaw drops the throw. He completes, and this is going to be a touchdown. The 10, the 5, and Smith is in for the score. He was hit twice, broke away from the defenders, and the Steelers have scored 6 points first. Bradshaw completing to Dave Smith, 2-year veteran wide receiver from Indiana, Pennsylvania. He shook off 2 tackles and goes in for his 4th touchdown. That for Bradshaw is his 6th TD pass of the year. There is a timeout on the field with 6:24 to go in this first quarter. The Steelers 7, the Dolphins 3.
In that series, Rick, Bradshaw was 5 for 6 throwing, and they went 80 yards in 10 plays.
And he really sliced up our defense. The touchdown pass, 30 yards, and a great run after the catch by Dave Smith. Mercury Morris, the leading kickoff returner in the AFC, is off to the right. Hubert Ginn down the left side. Jarella gets the ball high against the wind. It's not going to be deep, so we'll get a run back. It'll be by Ginn from the 5, out to the 10, the 15 to the 20, 25, and out to the 31-yard line goes Hubert Ginn. 26-yard return by Hubert. Tackle made by Sam Davis on the defense, the specialty squad for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Dolphins will put it in play from our 31-yard line, and George Myra remains in there at quarterback. Waiting for the snap. Here's a handoff to Mercury. Finds a small opening, fumble at the 33, and I believe Pittsburgh's got it. They have. Morris fumbles the football at the Dolphins' 31, L.C. Greenwood. From the left side defensive end, comes up with a recovery. They put it down at the 32. So the Dolphins, with their backs to the wall, have to contend with Terry Bradshaw again now, with the Steelers in excellent field position at our 32-yard line. Morris was hit, fumbled, and L.C. Greenwood comes up with a recovery. Out of the huddle they come. The defense with the pressure on them here in this first quarter. Smith splits left. Shanklin to the near side. Pearson and Fuqua. The setbacks in behind Bradshaw. Bradshaw sets the ball club. Hands off to Fuqua. Over the left side, he gets a couple. Now to about the 28-yard line.
The momentum now certainly with Chuck Noll and the Steelers. Remember, Pittsburgh tied with Cleveland. The Browns must play Kansas City today in Kansas City. Pittsburgh wants to be on top.
Second down and 6. Bradshaw back to throw. The Dolphins 28. Seth has time. Here's the pass. It is caught at the 7. In for a touchdown is Shanklin. He got in over Dick Anderson. Anderson hit the ball, knocked it away, but Shanklin came down with a great recovered reception at the 7 down in the near coffin corner and just went in for the touchdown. And they're going to have to start getting to Bradshaw because he is ripping us. Jarella comes in to try the point from placement. Took him just 2 plays after that recovered fumble. The pass completion from Bradshaw to Shanklin for 28 yards for the score. This is an explosive Pittsburgh team. Jarella will try his second point from placement. Holding will be Staggers. 13-3 now with 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Snap set down. The kick is up, and it is perfect. The score with a timeout on the field. The Steelers 14 and our Dolphins 3. Mercury Morris is deep now by himself as they set Hubert Ginn up front, expecting a short kick, but Jarella gets it deep into the end zone. It bounces out of the end zone for the touchback, no run back, and the Dolphins will bring it out and put it in play at our 20-yard line. 3rd and 3 from our 27. From the line of scrimmage. Meyer up under center, barks the signals, drops back to throw. Good protection, rips one up the middle, and incomplete. At the 40-yard line, intended for Mercury Morris. Line of scrimmage, the Dolphins 27. Here's the snap. Seifel booms a beauty out of there. Long, high spiral, backing up to the 15. Over his head goes Staggers. The ball rolls into the end zone for the touchback. Staggers wisely just watched it roll, as Seifel will get credit for a tremendous punt that time, and of 73 yards, and the Steelers will bring it out and put it in play at their 20-yard line. We have 3 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The ball is placed down back at the 18-yard line in Steeler territory. 3rd down and 23. They have to get out to their 41 for a first down. 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Smith splits to the far side, Shanklin to the near side. Here's Bradshaw. Hands off to Bankston, starts the other way, trying to turn the left side corner. He's dragged down back at the 16-yard line. A fine play by weak side linebacker Jesse Powell. He's thrown for a loss back to the 16-yard line, so that brings up 4th down in a punting situation. And Bobby Walden, one of the great punters in the game of football, kicking against the wind. Here is the snap from the 16. It's a pretty good rush. Gets a low trajectory spiral up the field. Scott will field it at the 40 in Dolphin territory, near sideline 45, 50, and he is banged out of bounds at the 46 in Steeler territory. A tremendous hit by O.C. Austin. 44 yards on the kick, and Bob Greasy will be the Dolphins quarterback. Bob, coming off an upset stomach and high fever, was enforced his stay at Mercy Hospital here in Miami last night, but he was feeling pretty good this morning. So the Dolphins have a first down at the Steeler 46-yard line. 15 seconds left to play in the first period. Dolphins trail 14-3. Pulley switch to the far side. Warfield to the near side. Morris and Zonka are the split backs behind Greasy. The NFL's leading quarterback going into today's ball game. Here's a fumble, and let's see who gets it at the 49. It's Steeler territory, recovered by Pittsburgh. Andy Russell, the right side linebacker, That was a mix-up on the snap between DeMarco and Greasy, and the Steelers take it right back with excellent field position at their 49. Andy Russell recovered the loose football. There is just 4 seconds showing on the clock left to go in this first quarter. As the Steelers go back into the huddle, that's the second fumble recovered by Pittsburgh this afternoon. That's the end of the first quarter. Dolphin action continues from the Orange Bowl with a score. The Steelers 14, our Dolphins 3. The Steelers have a first down at their 49-yard line. Smith splits to the near side. Shanklin off to the far side. Bradshaw ready to go. Drops back to throw. Sets up. Rifles one. Smith has got it at the Dolphin 40 and is going to be horse-collared at about the 38-yard line. He was hit by Doug Swift along with Dick Anderson, but not before the Bradshaw to Smith combination picks up another first down, 13 yards on the pass completion down to the Dolphin 38. Third down and 7 at the Dolphin 35-yard line. Dolphins stunned at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. He swings a screen out at the 40. Field off the far sideline. 35. 30 to the 25. And he's inside the 20 before he's knocked off his feet down at about the 17-yard line. Great blocking out in front. And he picks up another first down. Bradshaw does, down to the Dolphins' 17-yard line as he hits Fuqua on the screen. And this guy is everything they say he is, not only as a runner, but as a pass receiver this afternoon. So the Steelers, really giving the Dolphin defense fits, have a first down at our 17-yard line. Lloyd Mumford has now come in. Out of the huddle they come, split off to the far side. Shanklin to the near side is Smith. Bradshaw drops to throw, swings one out to the near side. Smith has got it, puts a move on the cornerback, gets into the 5. He's in for the touchdown. He got around Curtis Johnson. Jake Scott. And the Dolphins are being riddled by young Mr. Bradshaw. The tackling in the secondary thus far this afternoon has not proved effective, and that's putting it mildly. Mr. Smith gets his second TD, Dave Smith, by simply shaking away from a tackler and going in from the 10-yard line. Bradshaw has now thrown 3 touchdown passes. There is a timeout on the field with 12:43 left to go in the first half. The score, the Steelers 21, our Dolphins 3.
There's a cliche in sports about having your work cut out for you. The Dolphins certainly have that, and they've got to change their game plan. They must go to the air against this team. They're trailing 21-3. Rick?
Morrison again back to receive Jarella's kickoff. We've got to change this thing around in a hurry. We could use a good run back right here. Here's Jarella's kick. He gets it high with the wind to his back now, and it's going to be deep, way back out of the end zone. No run back again. And it'll be brought out, put in play for the Dolphins at their 20-yard lines off the touchback. We have 12 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the first half, and since that initial interception that Jake Scott picked off, Mr. Bradshaw has been everything that he's cracked up to be, and they have just taken our pass defense apart. Greasy, the quarterback, hands to Zonka, comes across the right side, finds a hole, out to the 30-yard line goes Larry Zonka, close to a first down. That's his biggest rush of the day. Second down, less than a yard. Waiting for the snap. Here's a handoff to Mercury. He pounds the left side. He's got the first down to the 32-yard line. Waiting for the snap from center. First down, Dolphins from our 32. Greasy drops to throw. Swings one. Caught by Quilly. 45, 50, picks up a block, 40, down to the 35. Still going inside the 30, down to the 29, the 28, the 27-yard line. Howard Quilly as Bob Greasy strikes for the first time this afternoon. 43 yards to Howard Quilly. Mel Blount and O.C. Austin are the fellows who finally dragged them down. The Dolphins have a first down at the Steelers' 27. Lamar Fleming back into the tight side end, the strong side end. First down, Dolphins at the Steelers' 27. There is what the pass can do against the Steelers. Quilly to the near side. Warfield far side. Pitch to Morris. Tries to sweep. Gets to the 25. Holds onto the ball and is knocked to the ground at the 21-yard line. They put it down at the 22. A gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Steelers leading 21-3, but Greasy has his ball club on the move now. 10 minutes to play in this first half. We still have a long way to go on this one. I kind of suspected it would be a wild ball game. Waiting for the snap from center. Here is Greasy dropping back to throw. Swings one out to Zonka. He's got it. Far side, down to the 20, down to the 15. Carrying tacklers with him down to the 14-yard line. First down for the Dolphins at the Steelers' 14. All right, they're moving from our left to our right. They put it at the 15. That's where they'll operate from. First down. Stowe splits to the near side. Warfield to the far side. Here's the handoff. Mercury finds a small opening on the right side and gets to about the 12.5-yard line before that opening closes in a hurry. 2nd down and 7 for the Dolphins from the Steeler 12-yard line. Reese dropping back to throw. Looking. Throws in the middle. Warfield got a touchdown. Dolphins. Blount was the defender, but Warfield had him beat by a couple of yards.
Warfield just split them apart. Greasy's pass letter perfect. That's Bob's 14th touchdown pass of the year, and he is now 3 for 3.
Warfield has now caught 9 touchdown passes. Yepremian will try the point from placement. He is 20 for 20 on the season. Noonan will hold. Here's the snap. Set down. The kick is up, and it is perfect. We have 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the half. There's a timeout on the field with the score. The Steelers 21, our Dolphins 10.
Now, of course, this offensive movement is fine, but the Dolphins have yet to contain Bradshaw, and they must do that, or they're not going to get back in this one. Terry is 10 for 13, unofficially, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Steelers. The ball at their 42-yard line. 6 minutes, 52 seconds left to go in the half. Bradshaw drops the throw, swings the short one. It is caught by Shanklin for the 1st down into Dolphin territory at the Dolphin 48-yard line. Tackled by quarterback Tim Foley. 1st down for the Steelers. The ball at the Dolphin 48-yard line. 6:20 to go in the half. Shanklin, who caught that last plant in for the 1st down, splits to the right side. Smith to the near side. Pearson and Fuqua, and behind Bradshaw. He drops back to throw. Has time. No, his protection breaks down, and the Dolphins finally get to him back at the Steeler 44-yard line. I'll tell you, there was some physicalness going on there because the hand fighting and the blocking was just vigorous to watch. Jim Riley and Bill Stanfield, the 2 ends, finally made the penetration and got him back at the 44-yard line. A loss of about 8 yards on the play.
By the way, we haven't pointed out, this is the first time we have seen more than 14 points scored of us, and they've done it in 1 half, and we have a big replacement. Rick?
Terry Hanratty has come in for Bradshaw. He may have been shaken up with that ankle on the last play. 2nd down and 18, Steelers from their 44. Hanratty, the 3-year veteran from Notre Dame, hands off to Fuqua, bounces off a tackler, penetrating the middle, gets across the 45, and is knocked down at about the Steelers' 48-yard line. Tackled by Jake Scott. I'll tell you, there's no room for a bunch of kids down there. These guys are really cracking right now.
Now, Chuck Noll is not going to risk any serious damage to Bradshaw. He is leading 21-10. He's fully aware of that, and Hanratty is certainly capable. He's not Bradshaw, but this team is moving pretty good.
3rd down, 14. Steelers from their 48. Back to throw goes Hanratty. Flag down. A pass is intercepted. Foley's got it and is thrown back at about the Dolphins' 30-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. If it's against the Steelers, of course, the Dolphins will decline it. That pass was intended for Ron Shanklin, and the ball goes over on the interception as it was against the Steelers. Somebody started too soon, and Foley's interception stands up. So Mr. Hanratty gets one picked off, and Foley gets the interception, and the Dolphins take the ball at our 30-yard line. That is 3 interceptions for Tim this year. 3rd down and 8. Dolphins ball back at their 31 now. As we have 3:30 to go in the half. Warfield to the far side. Stowe to the near side. Reese, another long count at the line. Drops back to throw now. Has time. Sets up. He's going to have to scramble as he can find nobody open, and he's dropped for a loss back at the 20-yard line. Tackled by Dwight White, the big rookie defensive end to the right side. Hand fought off the blocker and got in to drop Bob back at the 20-yard line. So it'll be a 4th down, and the punting unit with Seifel comes in. And he'll stand back at the 5, staggers deep, and Fuqua is the shallow man. Line of scrimmage, the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Here's the snap. He gets the kick away, end-over-end kick, not going very far. Fair catch call made, but they let it go by, and it's going to roll. Gets the Dolphin bounce down to about the Steeler 40-yard line, where it's down by Jim Langer. Got a pretty good roll on that one. 41-yard kick for Seifel, and the Steelers will put the ball in play from their 40. There is a timeout on the field with 2:58 to go in the half. The score, the Steelers 21, our Dolphins 10. Bradshaw back in at quarterback. 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 3. Steelers from their 47. Here's Bradshaw, straight back to throw. Gets the rush, swings a high pass to the near side, and the receiver falls down. Preston Pearson, they lost a yard. He came to the near side of the field, fell down at the Steelers' 46-yard line. As breaking through that time were the Dolphins. Bob Matheson put the pressure on. They lost a yard, so the punting unit comes in. Bobby Walden will kick. 2 minutes to go. He'll have the wind to his back. Scott and Anderson back deep. He gets one high. Gives the coverage a chance to get down on it. Scott will field the ball on a fair catch at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. And so we will put it in play with 85 yards to go. And about a minute and 52 seconds left to play in this half. 40 yards on the kick by Walden. Bob Greasy will be the quarterback. Zonka and Morris will be the running backs. The Dolphins in their 2-minute offense have Warfield split left and Otto Stowe to the near side. No huddle. First down, Dolphins ball from their 15. Howard Twilley has come back in. Here's Greasy back to throw. Now he's going to have to scramble with a football. Still behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing deep for Warfield. He's wide open. He's got it. 35. Got it. 25. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. Play. Bob Greasy desperately looking for people, rifled all the way back to the 2-yard line, then started to sprint out, realized where the line of scrimmage was, saw Warfield wide open in behind Blount and O.C. Austin down the far sideline, hit him, and Warfield just outran the secondary. 85 yards, one play, and how's that for striking quick? Yepremian will try the point from placement, and Noonan will hold. Here's the snap, set down, the kick is up, and it's perfect. And the Dolphins, with a minute and 32 seconds left to go in a half, are right back in it. It's a 21-17 ball game in favor of the Steelers. Larry?
And I tell you, friends, we're seeing two quarterbacks here. They're young men. They're having one heck of a first half. Greasy is 5-4-5. He's the leading passer in the NFL. He has had 5 tremendous games in a row. He is way ahead of all the others. And these statistics are just going to boost him a mile. Paul has now caught 30 passes for 740 yards. And 10 touchdowns. Rick, you've seen a lot of quarterbacks. Have you ever seen 2 quarterbacks have a half like this? Bradshaw 14 for 17 and 3 touchdowns. Greasy 5 for 5 and 2.
3rd and 5, 1:16 to go in a half. Steelers from their 26. Bradshaw straight back to throw. Sets up being rushed. He's caught and he fumbles the ball, but they blew the ball dead. So the whistle had blown. Fernandez also in and will force a 4th down punting situation back up the Steelers' 15-yard line. Walden in. Will stand right on the goal line. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Walden gets the kick away. A low trajectory end over end boot. It'll be grabbed by Scott at the Dolphins 40. Straight ahead, 45. 50. Slips and falls down at the Steelers' 49-yard line. They line up in the 2-minute offense. 42 seconds to go before the end of the half. They would at least like to get into field goal position here. Twilley splits to the near side. Warfield to the far side. Morrison's walking in behind Greasy from the Steeler 49-yard line. On the snap, Greasy back to throw. Throws in the middle. Twilley makes a great catch and is really hit and holds onto the ball at the 35. First down, Dolphins. John Rouser really cracked him. There's a timeout on the field. Larry?
Well, I tell you, I don't know how Twilley is standing up. Both these quarterbacks are so sharp, friends. There's no way to describe it to you, but their passes are not being... They're on the money. That, as Rick told you, was the longest pass in Dolphin history. Recorded officially as 86 yards, not 85, 86. The former record was against Houston, 80 yards, and was a touchdown pass from George Wilson Jr. to Bo Roberson. How quickly they forget. 86 yards to Warfield, a new Dolphin record. The Dolphins now certainly in field goal range, and they're thinking touchdown maybe. There's 30 seconds left. This has been electrifying this whole second quarter. Greasy is now 6-for-6. Bradshaw 14-for-17. Myra 0-for-2 and Hanratty 0-for-1.
Morris sets as a slot man to the left. Here's Greasy back to throw. Sets up, going for Warfield, and it's tipped away. And let's see if it's picked off. Let's see if they're going to allow it. Looks like it might have been an interception at the 16-yard line. It was picked off on a deflection by middle linebacker Chuck Allen. The ball deflected off the hands of Warfield, and Allen caught it just as he fell to the ground. It was hard for us to see whether he held on to it or trapped the ball. But the Steelers have it at their 16, so they'll take over with 17 seconds. And that is the first interception on a Greasy pass. How many has he had today?
Yeah, that was his 7th toss of the day.
Went into the ball game with 82 straight without an interception. And so the Steelers take over at their 16.
That was funny because the half
Here's the end of the half.
Warfield was right in front of another Dolphin. I believe it was Morris, who was right behind Warfield. And had Warfield not put his hands up, I think Merck would have had it. And I don't know who it was intended for. That is the end of the first half in the most exciting half of football we've seen this year. The score, the Steelers 21, the Dolphins 17, and Rick Weaver's got another 30 minutes to describe for you coming up.
Rick Weaver back at the Orange Bowl. Hubert Ginn is deep off to the far side. Mercury Morris to the near side to receive Roy Girella's kickoff. Steelers lead by a score of 21-17. Girella will have the wind to his back. Here's the kick. He gets it high, and it's going to be deep. We'll see if we get a run back. No, it's out of the end zone, and it'll be brought out, put in play by the Dolphins at their 20-yard line. Second down, 3. Here's the pitch going to Mercury Morris. Gets a block from Zonka. Gets the corner turn. 40, 45, 50. Down to the 45-yard line in Steeler territory goes Mercury Morris. Mike Wagner, the strong safety, tipped him up. They put it down at the 44-yard line. Third down and 6. The ball at the Steeler 40-yard line. Warfield splits off to the far side. Twilley to the near side of the field. Morris and Zonka, the split backs in behind Greasy. Greasy drops back to throw. Sets up. Now has to sprint out as he's being pursued. Comes back to the other direction now for the near sideline and is tripped up for a loss way back to the Dolphins' 42-yard line. All right, the Dolphins with a 4th down now. Seipel stays in to punt. He'll be kicking against the wind. Here's the snap. Pretty good rush put on. Seipel gets it high, not too deep. The coverage will have a chance to get down. The wind really holding that one up. Bounces at the Steeler 35 and is still bouncing. And now is grabbed at about the 34-yard line by a group of Dolphins. Charlie Lee down on top of the football. So the Steelers will start from there. 9 minutes, 59 seconds to go in this third quarter. The Steelers leading 21-17. The 3rd and 1. Handoff goes to Fuqua. He hits the line of scrimmage, and he didn't make it. From here, anyway. Looked like he might have slipped as he went into the line, and the officials are going to call a time for a measurement. He is right at the 43. Had to get out to about the 44-yard line. Bob Hines, Bill Stanfill, and Manny Fernandez all fill that hole in a hurry, and they're going to bring the chains in from the far side of the field. They did not. They lack a good foot. And so the punting unit comes on. Bobby Walden's unit. He will kick with the strong breeze to his back. Waiting for the snap is Bobby Walden, the Pittsburgh punter, standing back at this 29-yard line. Here's the snap. He gets it away, and he drills it. A long spiral down at the 3-yard line, bounces into the end zone. He really got the toe into that one. And there's a timeout on the field with 7:48 to play in the third period. The score, Steelers 21, our Dolphins 17. Third down and 21 coming up. All at the Dolphins' 9-yard line. Warfield splits left, Twilley to the near side. Third down and 21. They have to get up to about the 30 for a first down. Fumble! They battle for it. Who's got it? Big pile up at about the 8-yard line. Miami recovers. And the Dolphins on 4th down will send Seipel back into the end zone to kick out. Standing about 8 yards deep in the end zone is Larry Seipel. And if he ever got off a good kick, now is the time. Here's the snap. He gets it out of there, hangs it high. It's not going to be too deep. Fair catch is called for by Staggers at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. And that's where they'll put it in play. 41 yards away, 33 yards on the punt for Larry Seipel. And so the Steelers come up with excellent field position. There's a timeout on the field. 5:26 to go in the third quarter. Steelers 21, our Dolphins 17. Rick Weaver back at the Orange Bowl. Steelers in excellent field position. First down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Smith and Shanklin spread to the near side of the field. Here's the handoff. Fumble. Dolphins got it. Stanfill recovers for the Dolphins at the 42-yard line. Bill Stanfill. Third 15. Dolphins from our 37. Warfield to the far side. Twilley to the near side. Waiting for the snap to Bob Greasy. Long count at the line of scrimmage. Somebody move. Here's Greasy throwing. It is intercepted at the 50-yard line by the cornerback Rouser. He's trying to find a hole to run in, and he's hit a couple of times and carries a tackler with him. Twilley finally brought him down at the Dolphins' 42-yard line. That was a deflected interception. It was intended for Twilley, and he made the final tackle on the play. Rouser, the cornerback.
The Steelers moving the ball at will here against Miami. Passing, Bradshaw having a phenomenal day, but penalties have hurt them severely.
Second and 25. for the Steelers at the Dolphins 30. From the 30-yard line in Dolphin territory, they got to get to the 5 for a first down. The Steelers, Bradshaw drops back to throw, sets up. It is picked off! 30-yard line, 35. Jake Scott at the 40. He's knocked out at the 41 by Dave Smith. And Scotty almost went the distance. Had he gotten any blocking, there was nobody out in front of him actually to block, except some of the Pittsburgh offensive players. Had he been able to get around some of those guys, he might have gone all the way. So we get the ball back again. With 51 seconds to go, that is Scott's second interception of the game. Clock moving here in this third quarter. Steelers leading 21-17. Greasy, the quarterback, has Morris and Zonka in the eye. Warfield splits to the far side. Wayne Mass is playing at offensive right tackle for the Dolphins. Here's Greasy on the draw, hands to Zonka, and he gets no place. Might have lost a yard. Pittsburgh defense has been tenacious this afternoon. Second down and 11 coming up. And there is the end of the third period. Dolphin football action will continue from the Orange Bowl with the score. The Steelers 21, our Dolphins 17. Down and 11 situation from their 40-yard line as we begin play here in this final period. Twilley splits to the far side, Warfield on the near side. Morris and Zonka are the split-backs. Jim Kick has been in on only one play this afternoon that we have noticed. Greasy, with a long count at the line of scrimmage, fakes the handoff. Sprints back to his left, sets up, going deep for Warfield. He's in the open. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Warfield has taken young Mel Blount and shown him how the premier receiver in the National Football League operates. He was wide open at the 20-yard line, just hauled in the ball, and nobody was within 10 yards of him. Blount, the man who was supposed to be covering him, just stood there and shook his head. That is Greasy's third touchdown pass of the day, and Warfield's third touchdown catch. He now has 11 on the season. Greasy has now thrown 16 touchdowns on the season. Yepremian will try the point from placement. That was the first play of this fourth quarter. And for the second time this afternoon, the Dolphins have the lead. Snap. Garrow gets the ball up, and it is perfect. So with 14:53 left to go in the ball game, the Dolphins now lead by a score of 24-21. There is a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back. Now it's up to the defense. Bradshaw will try to go to work. They're 80 yards away. The Dolphins lead 24-21. Out of the huddle, they split Smith off to the far side. Sets Shanklin as a split receiver to the left. Here's the pitch. Going to Pearson, and he is knocked flat. They had the blitz on that time. A great play by Doug Swift from the linebacker spot, who blitzed and knocked Pearson flat at the 14-yard line. He almost intercepted the pitch. Second down at 14 from the Pittsburgh 14-yard line. What a game this has been. Here's Bradshaw, fakes the handoff. He's going to get hit, and he's going to have to eat the ball back to the 6-yard line. The Dolphins rush on. Gil Stanfield. Also in on top of him was Manny Fernandez. Back to the 6, and this defense is really aroused now. They put it down at the 7-yard line.
And fortunate they did, because Shanklin had gotten behind Johnson and beaten the zone, but Bradshaw had no chance to throw to him.
Third down, and let's check it and change it to about 23. The ball is back at their 7. They've got to get out to the 30. Here's the handoff going to Pearson. He is stacked up at the 10-yard line, and they'll have to punt against the wind. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Walden gets the kick out of there. It's a short one, wobbly end-over-end kick. The Dolphins will let it bounce. It bounces sideways and now comes across the 45 and is going to roll and be blown dead at the midfield stripe. There's a timeout on the field with 12:46 to play. The score, our Dolphins 24, the Steelers 21. Third and 9 from the Steeler 49. Back to throw goes Greasy, sets up, going for Warfield. He's got it, and they call it incomplete at the 31-yard line. The official right on top of the play, that was a pattern down the near sideline, and Warfield went to the sidelines, caught the ball. The official on top of the play said no. Well, the punting unit comes on fourth down, and Seifel will have the wind to his back. Now, placement of punt and coverage is the primary thing here. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Seifel gets a pretty good rush. He gets the ball high. It's a nice high spiral. Fair catch called for by Wagner. He makes it up the 11-yard line, falling down. So they still have their backs to the wall. 39 yards, and Seifel hung that one up there beautifully. to give the coverage a chance to get down, and Wagner was forced to make the fair catch. There's a timeout on the field with 11:03 to play. The score, our Dolphins 24, the Steelers 21.
Now to keep you posted, the Dolphins 6-1-1. The Baltimore Colts are 6-2. The Colts lead the Jets 14-13 in the fourth quarter. And here the Dolphins lead the Steelers 24-21 in the fourth quarter, and they meet next week.
Ball at the 17. It'll be second down and 4. Steelers from their 17. Here's Bradshaw dropping back to throw. Swings that little pass out to Fuqua on the 20. Eludes the tackler, 25, 30, and is knocked down at the 35-yard line. That's what they're going to have to stop, and that's what Bradshaw has been throwing with great accuracy all day. Now he's got pretty good field position as they put it down at the 34-yard line, and a first down for Pittsburgh. Tackled by Jesse Powell. 10 minutes, 8 seconds left to play. The Dolphins lead by a score of 24-21, and it's up to the defense. All right, this is a big play for the Steelers here. A third down situation, 10 yards to go from their 34-yard line. Waiting for the snap from center on third down and 10 from the Steelers' 34. Bradshaw dropping back. He has time. He throws. It is almost intercepted by Swift. He looked for the end zone before he had control of it. He knocked it down for the incompletion was intended for Shanklin at the 45 in Steeler territory. So the Dolphins hold, and Walden will come in to punt. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is. Walden gets the toe into it, and he booms a beauty out of there. A nice high spiral. Scott grabs the ball back at the 25, breaks off a tackler, flag down. He is knocked down at the 32-yard line. 2 flags go down. Tackle on the play by Henry Davis. 2 flags go down on the play. 40-yard punt that time by Walden. And we're going to get the call. A clipping infraction against Miami will not give the Dolphins good field position. Flags were tossed at about the 28-yard line, trying to spring Jake loose. And so Miami will have to operate from our 14 with 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go. And suddenly, field position has changed around. 9 minutes and 7 seconds left to go. Dolphins lead 24-21. Second and 8 from our 16. Warfield's put a couple of yards left, fully off the far side. Reese sets the ball club. Takes the handoff. Here's the end around reverse with Warfield carrying the far side. Cuts back to his left, 20, 25, gets the block, 30, and is out of bounds on the far side. That's good for a first down at the 32-yard line. Couldn't have come at a better time. Mike Wagner, the strong safety, ran him out. Larry remarked just a couple of minutes ago we hadn't seen it, and the Steelers were certainly aware of it. 17 yards on the pickup. It's third down and 28. Dolphins back at our 15, and they are expecting pass with Twilley spread off the far side, Warfield to the near side. From the Dolphins 15, third down and 28. We must get to our 43 for a first down. Here's the handoff to Morris. The sweep to the right. Little tries to swing him loose. Mercury gets outside and can't get all the way as he's belted out of bounds on the far side of the field at the 25-yard line. He picked up about 10 yards, but that was not nearly enough, so we'll have to give up the football. John Rouser, the left cornerback, is the man who made the tackle on the play. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is. Seipel gets the kick out of there. A nice high kick, fairly deep. Staggers back at the 30. The coverage down on him and thrown for a loss back at the 26-yard line. First man to hit him, Hubert Ginn. Hubert Ginn, who, as he has done on many occasions on the specialty teams this year, is invincible as the first man down on the field. Ball at the Steelers' 30-yard line with a third down and 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And Shanklin is wide to the near side. Fuqua in behind Bradshaw. Bradshaw drops back to throw. Throws that little swing pass. It is complete to Fuqua. He gets up to the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that's a first down. They went to the short one again. Buoniconti and Powell containing on the defense, but not before the Steelers pick up a first down. First down at the Dolphin 42, and they are getting into field position now. Any field goal attempt will be against the breeze, what there is of it now. Smith splits off to the left. Shanklin to the near side. The fans hollering for the defense to shore it up. Ball at the Dolphins 42. 5:09 to go. Back to throw goes Bradshaw. He sets. He rifles one. It is incomplete. Almost picked off. And a flag down. Maybe interference against the Dolphins. The pass was intended for Smith, and he was tackled by Curtis Johnson. The ball popped loose. And let's see it. That's what they're going to call pass interference against the Dolphins and gives the Steelers a first down at the Miami 30-yard line.
And actually, the official closest to it did not call it. The official on the far side dropped the flag. The official right on top of the play did not. But that's what she wrote. And Pittsburgh is threatening now to go ahead, and there's only 5 minutes left to play.
Well, at least get into position where they could tie it. First down at the Dolphin 30-yard line. Now we've got to go to work here on defense. Smith, split left. Shanklin to the near side. Bradshaw warming to the task. Waiting for the snap from center. He hands off to Pearson. Pearson through a hole on the right side. Flag down. And we're going to get a penalty against the Steelers as Pearson got down to about the 23-yard line before he was tackled, but flags go down and a penalty coming up against Pittsburgh, I believe. Tackled by Bob Hines and Doug Swift on that last play.
And very angry Terry Bradshaw knew what the call would be and just threw both arms up in the air and dropped them down as, again, penalties hurt the Steelers. In the area of honest reporting, the Steelers had moved deep into Dolphin territory, had two 15-yarders against them before the Warfield touchdown. And here again, from deep in their own territory, now back to the 45-yard line of the Dolphins, another what they call an excusable penalty.
Third down and 23 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
Now, with the Dolphins in that prevent to try to stop the big one, I would not be surprised to see Pittsburgh go to the swing pass here and set it for the field goal. Here comes a man in with a play.
Warren Bankston, the big running back, comes in, and Preston Pearson goes out. Ball at the Miami 23-yard line. They must get just across the 20 for a first down. Third and 23. Shanklin, Smith set off to the left. Bradshaw back to throw. Set. He goes to the middle. It is caught and dropped. Incomplete. Smith had it right in his hand and could not hold on to it at the Dolphin 22-yard line. Dave Smith. He had that pass. He was open. He had it, and then he didn't have it. So it's fourth down and 23 yards to go for a first down. And they're going to go, wait a minute, now they bring in the field goal unit. Or is it the punting unit? It's Bobby Walden coming in. Bobby Walden, the punter, comes in. Walden standing back at the 42-yard line in Steeler territory. Here's the snap. He gets the punt away, a low end-over-end kick. The ball bounces down to the 10, down to the 5. It's touched, and is it going to be downed, or did it get into the end zone? The Steelers are arguing violently with the official, and let's see where they're going to mark it.
They're going to mark it at the 1, Rick.
They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line, and that's where they say the ball was officially down. Actually, now they're going to move it out to the about the 4-yard line and say that's where it was first touched. I could see that much from up here. Third down and 2 minutes exactly left to play. They set the short yardage offense up there with Warfield as a wingman to the left side. Reese up under center, waiting for the snap on 3rd and 2 from the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Dolphins lead 24-21. Here's the handoff going to Zonka. Gets outside. He wrestles and bangs people. I don't know whether he made it. I don't think so. Trying to move over the right side. And the whole left side of the Pittsburgh defense was up there to meet him. Let's see where they're going to put the football down. We're going to get a timeout call by the Steelers, or by the officials. And position of the football is very important here, Larry.
Now, Shula has already conceded they did not make it. He sent out the Dolphin punting unit, but the officials have called for a measurement. The Dolphins can ask for it. Either captain can ask for it, and they did not make it. The Dolphins forced to punt, so we're going to have a hair raiser here. Hang on, folks.
All right, a very important punt situation coming up for Larry Seipel and the Dolphins. They put the ball down at the 13.5-yard line. And Staggers will go back to about the 35, maybe a little deeper than that, in Steeler territory to handle the punt. Seipel stands a yard deep in the end zone with 1:44 left to play. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. He gets it out of there, and it is not a long kick. It's high. Bounces. Hits a Pittsburgh Steeler. Who's going to get it? Loose ball. Dolphins recover, I believe. Dolphins recover. Curtis Johnson got the football. I don't know whether it was Staggers. Was it Staggers whom it hit? It hit a Steeler. It hit Staggers and bounced the way he slipped on the polyturf. The ball rolled loose back up toward the Dolphin end of the field, and Curtis Johnson fell on it for the Dolphins at our 40-yard line. Holy Toledo, what a turnaround. Boyd Mumford, Curtis Johnson down there as they scrambled for it on the near sidelines.
And, Rick, I think the sun may have played a part in that. He just fell down, and the ball hit him. Staggers would have returned the ball around the Dolphin 40-yard line.
All right, the Dolphins with 1 minute and 32 seconds now have excellent field position. A 3-point lead.
Baltimore has defeated the New York Jets 14-13. The Jets missing an extra point. Baltimore 14, New York 13. And does that set the stage for next week, Henry?
On that try for recovering that fumble, Lloyd Mumford got his bell rung. He's getting oxygen on the sideline. He'll be okay, but he got knocked pretty funny.
In the fourth quarter, New England 35, Buffalo 30. Final, the Giants have upset the Atlanta Falcons. New York 21, Atlanta 17. That's a big one for Tarkenton over a man he does not like, Mr. Van Brocklin. Baltimore a winner. They are now 7-2. The Dolphins, if they hold on to win here, will be 7-1-1, and they meet next week. And what else can you say?
All right, the ball at the Dolphins' 42-yard line with a second down and about 8 yards to go. A minute and 24 seconds left to play. Dolphins lead 24-21. Warfield splits a couple of yards off to the left. Zonka and Morris. Now Morris sets as a wingman off to the right side. Reese up under center. Pitches to Zonka. The sweep to the right side. Cuts back to his left. Pulls his way across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line. Goes Larry Zonka. Ben McGee drifting over from the defensive tackle spot to make the stop on the play. And they will put the ball down at about the 47-yard line. And Pittsburgh once again calls a timeout as Larry Seipel comes into the ball game, along with Meyer Fleming, to give the Dolphins 2 tight ends in the short yardage situation. The clock is stopped with a minute and 10 seconds left to go. It'll be a third down and about 3 situation coming up when time is in. All right, time is in. Ready to go with a minute and 10 to go. Dolphins lead 24-21. A third down and 3 situation from their 47-yard line. They set in the short yardage offensive pattern with Warfield, a wingman to the right side. Reese calling signals. Contact is made, and let's see what the penalty is going to be. Meyer Fleming may have moved off the tight end position, and that's what it is. Illegal procedure is the call against Miami. And the contact was made by Pittsburgh, so Miami gets blamed for it. Seipel is out, and Twilley is back in now, and we'll have a 3rd and 8. Dolphins ball at their 42.
Pittsburgh using their valuable timeouts. If the Dolphins do not get the first down, Pittsburgh will get the ball again, but they're just going to have to move it without benefit of a timeout.
All right, Greasy has the ball put back in the huddle. This one right down to the wire. Out of the huddle they come. And they split off Twilley a couple of yards to the far side. Warfield sets in rather tight off the left side. A 3rd down and 8, Dolphins from their 42. Here's the handoff to Zonka. Puts his head down, rams his way up to about the 46. That is not enough for a first down, and the Dolphins will have to punt the ball, and the Steelers will get it back. The clock is continuing to move with 44 seconds, 43, and the Dolphins will take all the time that they can here. Seipel will stand at the 32. Line of scrimmage, the Dolphin 46. Back at about the 10 is Staggers. 22 seconds, 21 seconds, 20 seconds, 19, and the Dolphins will get a 5-yard delay of the game penalty as they fail to get the snap away, but that also stops the clock with 19 seconds left on the board. I'll tell you, this has been a dandy. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is. Seipel gets off a wobbly short punt down the near side, and it's going to go out of bounds. That kick was almost blocked. Almost blocked. And so Pittsburgh, as the ball goes out of bounds, will have 13 seconds to put it in play, and let's see where they're going to mark it. They mark it at the Pittsburgh 42-yard line. Only 18 yards on the kick. 13 seconds left to play. The Dolphins lead 24-21. Bradshaw sets his ball club from the Steeler 42-yard line. He's back to throw. Sets up, has time, swings one out to Fuqua at the 44 up the far sideline, running for the sidelines, out of bounds at the 50 to stop the clock with 6 seconds to go.
I think they're going to try it right now.
Right. Jarella comes in. Staggers will hold. This, as they'll put it down at the 43-yard line, will be a 53-yard attempt against this breeze. 6 seconds left to go. 53-yard attempt. The far inbounds hash mark. Snap, set down. The kick is up. It is going to be short, but there's a flag down back at the 46-yard line. The clock runs out, but there is a flag, and the penalty will be against Miami, and the game cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Rick, I should point out that it was about 5 yards short. The penalty is 5 yards. They must get this kickoff. You can't end the game, as you pointed out, on a penalty.
All right, on a penalty against the defense. This time it'll be a 52-yard attempt as they'll set it down at the Steeler 48-yard line. This will be the last play of the game. No time left, and the penalty against Miami has given them another opportunity here. This will be a 52-yard attempt. John Staggers will hold from the far inbounds hash mark. He's kicking against the breeze. Snap, set down. The kick is blocked. It is blocked by Curtis Johnson. Somebody else in there, and the ball rolls out of bounds, and the Dolphins win by a score of 24-21. Curtis Johnson, I believe, will get credit for the block. A tremendous effort by the Dolphins. The final score, our Dolphins 24, the Steelers 21.